Yo.
Alright, it's time.
Hey, hello. Thanks for all your patience. Waiting for me to start the stream. I am. Oh, God. Oh no! I don't like being minutes late. Oh boy. Well, okay. Hopefully, some of y'all are still here. I had a little fiasco with my water. I was trying to find it, and of course I didn't. Well, actually, I did. It took me forever to find it. I had a couple things going on. I had to get my together when I'm streaming, because, like, here's the thing. So when I stream, like, right, need my water, and I need to make sure that everything's prepped and ready to go. You know, switch stream. We're stream Pokemon Scarlet tonight, and so I wanted to make sure that I have my dock set up, and I need to be better about prepping. It probably didn't help that I tried to air fry a cookie. Actually, air frying a cookie worked mostly well. I'm not gonna lie. So I took, like, some of that Toll House cookie dough. If Amanda's here, she's probably gonna, like, beat me over the head for doing this. So I took some of that Toll House cookie dough, and I, like, you know, took the little squares, and I put it on some wax paper, and I air fried it. And it was actually really good. It was like a melt in your mouth cookie. It kind of came out looking like slop, but I'm not gonna lie, it was good enough. I was pretty impressed with it. I do need some soda water to wash the sugar out of my mouth, though. Like, that's the thing, like, about that pre-made cookie dough. It's really good, but then it's like, oh, it's a little too much sugar for me. I could use, like, a little bit less sweet, you know? You know, coffee black in my bed at 3 and all that. Anyway, speaking to, like, another thing that was kind of keeping me late here. So for a while, I was thinking about getting another Switch dock, right? I was thinking about having a second Switch dock that I could just, like, keep downstairs, and one that I could keep by my computer here. So that way, when I move from my setup from upstairs to downstairs and vice versa, all I have to move is the Switch and not the dock. Well, we have the Switch 2 coming out soon, so that's probably not happening. But there's a lot of thoughts I have on the Switch 2. I think that the console itself, and I'm probably not saying anything. Oh, I'm frozen. Okay. What? Hang on. What happened? What? Hang on. My tracking software die? Okay, let me try that again. Okay, weird. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so as I was saying, I mean, it's not a SenkOtter stream without a little scuff, right? Switch. So, I think the console itself actually looks really, really good. I think that the console, especially for the that what $450 price point, what you're getting for the console, the dock with the like boosted GPU, the 4K, the mouse in each Joy-Con, yada yada yada. I think actually the console itself is good, but good lord, those game prices are ridiculous. And like I saw a creator that I really respect, Sungrand Studios. He does like a lot of really good videos, like talk about like game industry stuff and character design stuff and whatnot. And he made the point, it was kind of weird because like in his video, he kind of tried to make like a weird nostalgia play for his argument, which I didn't think he had to make. It was strange, but I think that there was a point that he made in the video that would. Okay, my cats are fighting. There was a point they made in the video that was really good, which was that, yeah, the pricing sucks. The trade-off, however, is that is the pricing adjusted for inflation now. So like a Switch game that costs $80 now would have costed $60 in 2017 money, or like a 2017 game that costed $60 then would have costed $80 now if you adjust for inflation. Okay. However, I think that the people in the comments made a really good point on that video where they were saying, well, all right, but yeah, my wallet hasn't adjusted for inflation. And I think that's the problem that like a lot of people have with the Nintendo situation, is that if it's not necessarily the price itself, I think it's more the context that the price is existing in, right? Because it's super easy for a company like that to raise the price on something like a Switch game just instantaneously and be like, oh yeah, you know, that's what it is now. But the thing is that like to the player, the person who doesn't get to decide how much money they make on a whim, it's not just that's what it is now, right? Because now it's like, well, that game better be like all good, because like otherwise that's $80 down the drain versus $60 now. Because that's the thing, is that yeah, the game may be $80, but like, you know, your wage stays about the same. I don't want to get too much into like inflation and stuff like that. It's a stupid, depressing topic. I shouldn't say stupid, but it's a little bit too much real world for what I want to talk about on my streams. But I don't know. I've been kind of following the whole Switch 2 thing as it's been playing along, and I think the console's cool, but yeah, those game prices are ridiculous. Like Mario World Tour for $80. We'll see. I will say that new Donkey Kong game looks sick. It looks nice. It's sick. I really want to play that new Donkey Kong game. Like, I love like when he collects the banana like a Super Mario Odyssey star. I was like, ooh, banana. Like, I don't know. There's a lot that I liked about that trailer that they showed. It's really cool with the destructible environments and stuff like that, because like there's not really been a game that's truly innovated on a concept like that pretty much since Red Faction Guerrilla back in like what, 2011, 2012? I can't remember when Red Faction came out. No, it was like earlier than 2011. I think it was like 2010. Okay, let's see when Red Faction Guerrilla came out. Not that anybody cares anymore, because they made Armageddon, which basically killed the series. Red Faction Guerrilla. Red Faction Guerrilla came out 2009? What? That's crazy. Oh, dang. Red Faction's 80% off on Steam right now. $4 for Red Faction. You know, it's like, I'm not even sponsored by them, right? I'm not even sponsored by them. That would be kind of fun, though. Red Faction was like crazy. Okay. That's a topic for another time. Anyway, the point that I'm making is that it's been a while since we've seen a company innovate on like a destructible environment like that. And I mean, you know, okay, breaking through chunk environments is not like the craziest thing that has ever been come up with in a game, but it's good enough. Like I think what is cool is that like I will say that I don't think that the Switch, as we know it right now, like the Switch 1, would be able to handle a destructible environment like that in the way that the Switch 2 is handling DK Bonanza, I think is what they're calling it, or Bananza, because it's a banana. Anyway, I don't know. I didn't really care about any of the other stuff they showed, like, you know, all right, Final Fantasy, we already got that game on PC, whatever. There was like a lot of ports that they were showing. Elden Ring, we've already got that on PS5 and PC, whatever. I get that probably for a lot of people who somehow exclusively play on the Switch, which, okay, this is like a weird thing to me, because, all right, I don't, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like most adult gamers like play exclusively on the Switch, right? Like, I think that, like, if you're an adult, you have like, and maybe this is just me, but like, I have the Switch for my Nintendo games, the stuff that like you could only get on a Nintendo console, right? And then I have my PC for everything else, because I mean, at this point, like, even Sony bring so much stuff to PC. It's like there's no point in having a PlayStation anymore, even, which, I mean, that's a nice development, to be quite honest, because there's a lot of those games I never would have played otherwise unless they'd actually come to PC, right? So that being said, I think that, like, in my situation as an adult, like, I kind of divide my games up like that. So maybe I'm in the minority, and maybe I am just the one who doesn't care about like those games being ported to the Switch. Like, I don't know, I kind of feel like a Hogwarts Legacy. All right, that game looks really good on PC and really good on PS5, but I'm not gonna play it on like a mobile console where it looks like an N64 game. Like, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, Hogwarts Legacy has things going for it other than the visuals. Although I will say that's an example of a game to me where the visuals are a huge part of it. So no, I'm not gonna want to play it on a mobile console. I wouldn't want to play that thing on like a Steam Deck or a ROG Ally, even. And those aren't like bad consoles. And I'm sure that probably we don't have official figures on the Switch 2's hard specs yet, but I'm sure that's probably not as powerful as the gaming consoles that we're seeing right now, like the PC, like handheld consoles that we're seeing right now. But I don't know, I feel like I might be tangenting a little bit. I have thoughts, and it's not like enough to collect in a video, which videos are another topic for me. I need to really actually get serious about trying to make some real videos. I've got a bunch that I want to make, but it's just about the time of writing out the script and editing and yada yada yada. I will do it at some point. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Knocking on wood there. But I do want to do that at some point. Anyway. I think that it's high time we play Pokemon. I think I've talked enough about things going on with the Switch and etc. I want to actually play the current Switch I have, and we're gonna jump back into Pokemon. We're gonna continue working on the builds that we set up with Reaper Lotto's Pokemon. So here's what happened for those who are not caught up in the lore. So a few streams ago, a couple of months ago now, Reaper Lotto, one of our community members, did something super cool, and gave us an entire team of Pokemon based off of our mods and myself. And my attitude about that was, okay, and they were shiny. I need to emphasize that point. They were shiny. So I wanted to give those Pokemon some proper love, because there was a lot of love put into finding them, and actually build them up to be viable in a competitive setting, or at least semi-competitive setting, you know, in a PvP setting. I don't think I'm winning competitions with what I'm coming up with here, but I'll at least be able to like play in a normal player versus player battle and be able to get stuff done. And it's good practice for me to kind of get back into competitive Pokemon battling. So my plan here is we'll rebuild this team, or we'll build this team, and we're going to use that team to get through Indigo Disc today. Or, well, I don't know about get through Indigo Disc, but continue to get through Indigo Disc across however many streams that takes. I should say we will get through Indigo Disc. The question is, do we get through Indigo Disc today? I don't know about today, but it will happen. So, I'm going to pull open my Elgato Capture utility so I can actually see what's going on here. I'm gonna make sure that sound looks good. I'm gonna switch our category and we're gonna get this ball rolling. Okay, capture's looking good. They are advertising the Switch 2 to me right away as I open my Switch. Go figure. I mean, here's the thing, right? I'm totally good with them advertising the Switch 2 to me if they have Switches to sell, Switch 2s to sell, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's the other thing, is like who knows who's going to be able to actually own one of these things. I mean, we all kind of saw what happened with the PlayStation 5. I'm assuming that this is not going to be too much different from what we've been seeing. So I don't know. I'm not waiting with bated breath, I guess I'll say. I do want to get one of these as early as possible. I would like to kind of show it off on stream too, just to give you all a view if you're kind of on the fence about it. Like, do I play on this thing? Do I not? Well, you can hang out here at some point and we'll figure that out. Yo! I am. Oh, of course, my Switch decides to go to sleep as soon as I hit the switch button. Hey! I hope you're having a good night, Lamb. We're doing great. You just came in time for us to actually get into the primary event of the stream, which is going to be playing some more Pokemon Scarlet. I know. It's a weird night. This is kind of on me for a little bit, for being a little bit less predictable than I used to be. At some point, I'll get back to having like a more regular schedule, but it's all good because I got plenty to keep me occupied. So I'm switching to the category to Pokemon Scarlet. Oh. That's a problem. I know where my copy of Pokemon Scarlet is, but it's downstairs. Okay. Yeah, it's like needs to be fit too. Okay. All right. Time me here. I am going to do my best to be back within a minute and 30 seconds. That's the timer. All right, a minute and 30 seconds starting on the clock right now. I'm back. One sec. Where are my headphones? On the floor. Okay. I knew I'd find it. All right, I knew I'd find it. Okay, so all right. I'm sorry, Amanda. Our game of Wii Sports or Nintendo Switch Sports has come to an end. I think we were halfway through a golf game. 07 for our golf game. But I have returned with Pokemon instead. So I have not returned with Pokemon. Okay. Another minute on the clock. I know where it is. All right. And go. Okay. I found him. I found it. Okay. Oh my lord. Oh. Okay, so let me do this. I'm gonna grab Switch Sports out of the case. All right, that is now out of my Switch. Scarlet into the Switch. Got 2 chat musics playing. I need to figure that out. Oh. And my copy of Pokemon Scarlet is under the soundboard. Okay. Try it again. Hopefully there's not dust on it. Scarlet. Okay. We're good. Okay. At long last, folks, I present to you Pokemon Scarlet. Oh. 4 seconds late. Not as bad as I was at the beginning of the stream. Okay. I don't care that I can collect platinum points. Oh, okay. I can turn this off. Kick this up. Okay, that sounds good. Let's see how it sounds when you get in game. Okay, so anyway, yeah, we're gonna continue basically just working on the things that we've been working on the prior streams. So hopefully, what? Why am I on a mountain? I was training. What? Hang on. All right, so let me see what we've got cooking here. So we were training the Samurott. We got Samurott done. His IVs look good enough. He's got that Graph View attack. Oh, he does not look good enough. Okay, so he needs, I guess he needs defense. I guess we'll split, like, we'll either give him HP or we'll split it between defenses. Okay. How about Mimikyu? I know that his was attack and speed, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so he's got attack. Let's move the Pokemon that Reaper gave us over here. So he needs speed. He needs speed. I need to look at Sarmina again, Amanda's Pokemon. I'm pretty sure that if I remember correctly, Sarmina's speed was not impressive, but it was good enough. And me, Samurott, I'm missing one. The one that I'm missing is, who am I missing? I think it's the one for Empro G, the one that Reaper set up for Empro G. I don't even remember what Pokemon it was. Yeah, I am willing to be mad enough at myself. What are you mad at me for this time? 4 seconds late? Yeah, you know. I mean, what's 4 seconds among friends, right? Where is the Pokemon that was? Oh, this is Empro G's. Okay. We'll take a look at Cloyster in a second, see what to do with him. Oh, dang it. This is one that I probably should have thrown attack onto as well, the more I think about it. Let me take a look here. So I'm gonna bring up my browser, and I'll show you all what I'm looking at, so you're not just looking at me paused in the game right now. Main monitor screen. That should be fine. I'm just looking here. Okay, so we need Cloyster Bulbapedia. So if I'm looking at Cloyster on Bulbapedia, don't you tisk me. I'm doing okay. Defense. Okay. I could make this into like a defensive tank. That's not a bad idea. I'm not against that idea. That's probably what I should do. You can tisk me all you want. I'm feeling A-okay. Okay. Defense and attack on this one, I think. Because HP... Dang, Cloyster's like abysmal. I mean, like, it's crazy you could have a base 525 stat total. I mean, it's all going into that defense, right? That's nuts. Okay, well, we're gonna work with it. So, I think the play here is that we make this Pokemon high in attack, high in defense. So, unfortunately, what that means is that we might have to fight some more Luxrays like we were doing last stream. Fortunately, that's gonna go pretty quick at this point. I know what to do. We know how to encounter them, yada yada. I probably should keep these Pokemon as backups, actually. No more Coco Melon? I probably should not have that. Yes, I agree with you on that one. I didn't watch Coco Melon, but I feel like the knowledge of its existence has rotted my brain. So looking here, I guess we'll just start with that. I do need to pull an attack band off of one of these Pokemon. Put away held item. And you have the other one. Put that away. And we're gonna give it to Cloyster. We'll fight some Luxrays. Hold on, you need to pull your wife with the line. I don't know if Amanda's here right now. I know she said that she would be at some point during the stream. But, yeah, if you want to try, go ahead. Let's see. I'm assuming that's who you're referring to. Looking here, we need to set up a... Where is it? I need the Power Bracer. It's alphabetized. I should not be struggling as much as I am. Power Bracer! Yeah! Alright. Yes. Swap! Okay. Easy, easy, easy. Alright, now we just train. So my plan here. Alright, let me check something actually. I'm gonna check something real quick. Looking here at what's going on. Right. If I look at these Pokemon, I want to make sure I don't want to fight any more Luxrays than I have to. This one's got attack. This one's got attack. This one's got attack. That one needs attack. Easy. Okay. 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 That's the last. This is the last batch of attack we're gonna have to do. Okay. Next up, what I need to do is I need to cook that meal that Lotto showed us how to make. Let me see if I can remember it. It was picnic. Oh. Okay, I'll get off my Pokemon. Start picnic. So look in here. If I go to my picnic basket, make a sandwich. What we need, if I remember correctly, is that it? No. Cheese sandwich, dang. So I think what we needed, if I remember right, was like 4 noodles and creative mode. Do we even have 4 noodles? We don't. Ooh. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, it was like 4 noodles and 2 chorizo and wasabi. So we need more noodles, I think is what the verdict is. So I mean, we can go get noodles. That's easy. If I remember correctly, they're basically just like about any of the locations that we go to. So let's do it. That's the Union Circle. Yeah. Looking here. And actually, this kind of brings me back to the Switch 2 topic. It is really funny how So I watch this creator on YouTube, really cool guy, named Spawnwave. He does like gaming news each day. And one of the points that he brought up, like God knows how long ago, was about, oh wait. I just realized I was showing you all that through like the main, my like main screen window, which does not look pretty at all. So he was talking about the fact that like way back when that the patch for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet performance wise was just going to be the Switch 2. And I had a feeling that he was going to be right about it, and I'm so not glad that he is. It would have been cool to see them workshop Scarlet and Violet a little bit more, other than just like waiting for a new console with better hardware to come out. I mean, that's kind of what we're in, I guess, like the Nintendo world or Game Freak or Pokemon world that we're in right now, but it is what it is. I mean, at the very least, I think that ZA is going to release in a much better state than this game did. I know that people are kind of trying to hate on how ZA looks, but I think that ZA looks fine. Anyway, if I go back to Fury Falls here, North Area Province Q. Well, actually, hang on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of the way the map works in this game. It's a little clunky. I don't know if clunky is the word I would use, but sometimes it's a little obtuse. Okay, I think I have what I need. I'm gonna move this game out of the way before one of my cats tramples it, because they're good at trampling things. There we go. Okay, so let's set up a camp, and I'm going to get the sandwich prepared, and let's see if I can like not mess it up this time. All right, so we start here. Make a sandwich. And we're gonna go to creative mode. And 4 noodles. 2 chorizo. And we need wasabi. And next, red flag pick. I had to figure out where to get those picks from, because we are starting to run out of those. Or, well, we will eventually. Okay, so let's start with the noodles. Right. And here's the mistake that I'm going to avoid this time. I know better now. I know better than to try and use the cursor to move the menu of ingredients over here. That's the mistake I made last time. I've learned. So now I take the chorizo. Which, by the way, 6 chorizo on a sandwich, that's a lot. Like, I mean, I know it's technically 2 servings, quote unquote, but like 6 of these on a sandwich, that's too much. Okay. Yeah, I've got a place near my work that does like chorizo and Cheeto burritos. I think I talked about it last stream, and yeah, it's pretty good stuff. I mean, it's kind of a gut bomb, but you know, feels good when you're tasting it. Doesn't feel so good when you eat it. And I'm gonna learn from what Lotto taught us. Do that. And doink. There we go. So it should give us an electric boost. Alright, I commented on this last time. Like, noodles as a sandwich ingredient is insane. Like, it's basically like putting like bread in the middle of bread, right? Because when you think about it, noodles are basically just wet bread. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, maybe somebody could turn me around on this one, but I wouldn't do it. All right. And show me. Okay. 3 stars. I like that. And counter barrel electric up. There we go. Pack up and go. You see, I can remember things. Honestly, the fact that I remember that one specifically is actually kind of nuts to me, if I'm being fully honest. Like, my memory for small details like that is not always the best. I mean, I guess this is the problem with Pokemon stuff. It is like, you know, if in school they had made math concepts of the Pokemon, I probably would have remembered them a hell of a lot better. Just saying. Okay. So I'm pretty sure Cloyster's wearing his power bracer. If he's not, I'm gonna freak. Let me see what he's doing. I just realized we can probably have the rest of the party for here for this because Mimikyu and Sarina and Samurott here, all of them are not going to struggle too badly. Well, they're not going to be having any adverse effects by having extra attack EVs on them. They're maxed out on attack. It's not going to do anything to them. So we can actually keep them in the party. And that way they're getting more XP so that they're actually ready to use. Yo! Hello! Hope you're having a good night, Warhaven. We're just chilling, working on some Pokemon tonight. One of our viewers was kind enough to give us some shinies. And I'm basically working on EV training them right now so they're usable. Making the most of it? Yeah. That's what you gotta do. That's what I gotta do. I've been trying to find a new game to play on stream recently, and there's a lot of good suggestions in our community. Because right now we've been playing the long drive in Pokemon Scarlet, and I want to keep playing both of those games, but I feel like we need to add something new into the mix again. I wanted to play Monster Hunter Wilds, but man. Feel welcome to throw recommendations my way. I'm always happy to take something new. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So I was gonna play Monster Hunter Wilds, but like performance wise, Wild Arms what? Let me look that up. I'm gonna let that dude do his thing while I look that up. Wild Arms 1. Ah, it's like a JRPG. Oh, dang, this is an older one. Huh. I'll have to see what this is playable on. I'm not against JRPGs. I honestly have been wanting to get more into them. You've still get over 10,000 hours. Oh, dang, yeah. I've got games like that for me, like not 10,000 hours, but like it feels like that. My favorite, like, almost like my comfort game or like my junk food game is Oblivion, like the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I play that one a lot when I like don't know what else I want to play. I love that game so much. I probably love that game more than it deserves. You've done 100% of it. Dang. Yeah, that was like, for me, that was when I hit that point in the game. I like kind of start to like try to find something new, because for a while I was really bad about just playing the same game over and over again. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that if you're enjoying it, but I noticed that my backlog was getting bigger and bigger. And I guess I could just look at my backlog for the stuff I want to play. I've got a buddy, he's actually appeared on this stream a few times. He played Dark Souls 1 to like New Game Plus 21, I think. I can't imagine playing Dark Souls 1 that long. I love Dark Souls, but I don't know if I'd play it that much. There are 6 mainline games in the franchise. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, those JRPG series kind of tend to get pretty beefy, I've noticed. Which is nothing wrong with that. You know, it's crazy to think that what? Xenoblade Chronicles first came out. I think when was the first Xenoblade out? Not that I played it, but like just for example here. So Xenoblade 1. When did Xenoblade 1 come out? 2010. So they're up to what, 3 or 4 games now over the course of 10 years? Like, that doesn't sound like a lot, or I guess over the course of 15 years. So I guess that's like, if I'm remembering right, if it's 3, then that was 1 for every 5 years. If it's 4, then it's a little bit more than that. That's a lot to put out for like a full-scale game. At one point, Wild Arms rivaled Final Fantasy in popularity. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, you know, it's easy to take that kind of thing for granted these days, but like the huge mega series that we have right now didn't always used to be like the only ones in the space. Like take Mario and Sonic for instance. Like back in the day we have what, like Gex and Bubsy and what's the other one I'm thinking of? There's another one I'm thinking of. There's Gex, Bubsy. I know I'm forgetting Banjo-Kazooie. Like, so when you think of like platformers, those are the main two characters that come to mind now. But like back in the day, there was a lot more competition for those types of things. It wasn't all said and done. You know, once upon a time, the Dreamcast, well, before the Dreamcast era, like Sega was making consoles too. I don't know. Where I'm going with this is that like, it's interesting to think about stuff like that right now because the giant mega series that we just kind of take for granted as being like the big things of their genre weren't always that way. The Wild Arms series has a dungeon called The Unbeatable. Interesting. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that spot. There was a spot that we played in Hollow Knight called the Path of Pain. And I mean, towards the end there, it definitely lived up to its name. My thumb on the arrow pad was dying. And the worst part is that there was this thing at the end of the Path of Pain where you didn't have a checkpoint at the very end. So it would reset you back to the beginning if you didn't win the final fight. I've probably got to come back and try that fight again at some point because I never finished it. Imagine that. Oh, yeah, what do you want me to imagine? So we've got a lot of Lux Rays right now. Oh boy, of course he had to throw a Thunder Wave at me. If we can just hit this and I can throw a Paralyze Heal onto my boy. There we go. Boom. All right. And I should probably throw an Ether. Ooh, Swords Dance is one of the things we were looking for on this guy. Let's replace Encore with it. So Razor Shell, Aerial Ace. I think we wanted to put Liquidation instead of Razor Shell from what I remember, but we'll figure that out. Okay, no more Encore. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our Skeledirge healed up. And we'll continue our move forward here. Ether. Hang on. Yo, there we go. Yeah, it's funny because like you pick these items up throughout the main story, right? And this is the way that all the Pokemon games go, where you pick these items up through the main story. You barely ever use them in the main game. Then when you start actually trying to do stuff in the wild, then you start using them, and it's one of those things where it almost feels like you're like gambling away an inheritance that you're not replenishing. I don't know. That's like a really weird specific comparison, but that's like the best way I can think of to describe it. Okay, let's see here. If I'm looking here. Okay, we still got some work to do. It's still a fair amount of work, but it's good enough. It's good enough. Oh, let's continue. We'll be done with this in no time. Now I need to figure out how Lotto was telling us last stream to find those sandwich recipes, because this one is killer. Just being able to find the specific Pokemon you're looking for just instantaneously, like boom, is really nice. So from what I remember, I now remember why we were on top of that mountain at the end of the last stream, because I think what my plan was, if I remember right, was that we were going to use Corviknight to boost, I want to say defense, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look up our notes. I need to start taking notes. I need to start keeping my iPad with me and find out where in the world my Apple Pencil ended up. Because I feel like I need to start taking more notes for the Pokemon streams for sure. 100 floors. Every random encounter was a mini boss in difficulty. Every time you enter the dungeon, floors are randomized. Every 10th floor is a super boss. No saving, no continues. Game can't be progressed if you can't reach floor 81 out of 100 at one point. Dang, that's nuts. I'm assuming that you're referring to Wild Arms 1 at that point. Interesting. Yeah, I have been kind of considering getting into Final Fantasy because I've never played any of the Final Fantasy games like at all, not even 7. I thought that might be kind of an interesting thing to do at some point, just to give me some perspective, because like one of those ones I haven't like wanting to get around to, but it wouldn't hurt to also kind of explore some more like lesser known titles. Okay. And like, that's one of the things that's kind of interesting to think about with Pokemon, for instance, is that you don't really think of it as like your standard JRPG, but in a lot of ways, basically Pokemon is just sort of like a JRPG game with a reorganized structure for your party members, right? Let's see here. Game 1, Game 3, Game 4 has a dungeon with a refined number work and subsequent games. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, one of the games I've been wanting to come back to for a while, and this is kind of related, kind of not, is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was sick, especially Explorers of Time and Darkness. I've been wanting to see a remake, or not necessarily a remake, but like a remaster of some sort for Time and Darkness on the Switch, because the story writing for Mystery Dungeon was great, but also like the challenge levels in Mystery Dungeon were really, really fun. Let's see here. Here's Jared Top. Yeah, let's hear it. What was not fun was like grinding the challenge levels to get like the party join of the legendary / mythical Pokemon at the end. I remember that when I was playing Red Rescue Team on my Game Boy, I think it's the dungeon where you either get Celebi or Mew. One of those two, I tried several times over and over to get that Pokemon, and I don't think I ever actually did. Or maybe it was Shaman in Explorers of Time and Darkness. I don't remember. It was weird. Like, because some of those like super rare Pokemon like were tough to get, because you would have to run through the entire dungeon to try and get. I know they remade Red and Blue Rescue Team on Switch. I'd be kind of down for checking those out at some point, because the art style looks really nice. What's the cherry on top, by the way? Thinking here. This thing must be close to maxing out. It has to be. All right. Grab another. And then probably my next goal is going to be to find a way to start raising different Pokemon's HP. For Cloyster, we got to raise defense. We got to play into his strengths. But for the others, we gotta figure something else out. Now, honestly, I think what would balance this team out somewhat would be a Blissey. I think that's my idea here, is that maybe the 6th Pokemon that I would put on this team would be a Blissey. Because that would give us a defensive tank, or a special defensive tank, which I think is what this team is going to need. This team is also just going to need some harder hitters. The original lead developer revealed the percentage of people who successfully completed the game of the dungeon since game 1 was released. Well, okay, I'm curious to know how they would get that number, though. Because, like, you didn't have online metrics back then, right? I mean, maybe, like, people reported beating it? I'd be curious to know how they got the number. Let's see here. Go ahead and throw out a Snarl. Boink. And let's try it again. As long as he doesn't throw a Thunder Wave at me, I'm happy. Okay. Let's see here. Estimated 2% of the player base, online service, save file registration from that data. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I know with the original PlayStation, they were kind of experimenting with like online stuff. With the original PlayStation, then with the original Xbox as well. It was rudimentary though. It'd be curious to see those figures now that we have more reliable online statistics. Let's see here. And we'll I don't know if I want to ether this guy again. I guess we can. I mean, I can just grab more at some point. I need to find a way to make money in this game. That is the one thing. I guess, like, do what you do in most games, just fight the Elite Four over and over again. But, like, that is one small concern I have, is that we are kind of running out of money in this game kind of quick. So I gotta start thinking about what we're gonna do about that. We should be close to getting Cloister done though, and that'll at least spell out no more Lux Rays for fighting. We'll have to fight other stuff, but at least it won't be Lux Ray. Okay, how are we doing? Checking, checking, checking. So, unfortunately, like, this is the most repetitive part of this process. The other parts of the process of, like, figuring out movesets and whatnot, not gonna be so bad. Fighting 6-star raids and flipping the items, nice. Yeah, for me, what I've been trying to do is I've just been trying to build this team that one of our community members gave us. He gave us like a team of shiny Pokemon that were kind of based off of like the personalities of myself and my mods. And so what my goal has been to kind of get these into a state where I can actually use them. And, you know, sure, the Elite Four is not sustainable. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Like, as in, like, the best way to get money is to fight 6-star raids. And then, yeah, I get what you mean now. Yo, hey, Amanda. Good to see ya. Yeah, we're working on Reaper's Pokemon right now. So, all right, looking at our team, I think the next thing that we need to do is, I think we need to throw some speed onto a couple of these Pokemon. Mimikyu needs it. And Mimikyu needs it. And Vulpix needs it. I'm considering putting some on the Sarina, but my thing with Sarina is that Sarina doesn't have a particularly high base speed. So if I go here, for instance, hang on. Sarina. And if I go here, base speed. What's the base speed at? 72. And I don't know if like speed is what I would really want to play into with this Pokemon anyway, right? My temptation is to split defense and special defense EVs with this Pokemon. I feel like that's what we're gonna do with a few of these. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because like for Samurott, for instance, I think it's kind of the same thing. If I look at Samurott, you want Blueberry Academy and working on fighting the guest people? Yeah. And that's the thing, is that I need to also finish the Indigo Disc DLC so I could do stuff like that. For Samurott, for instance, I think that Samurott we're gonna play into the HP with. Hang on, we don't have a Hisuian Samurott, we have a normal Samurott. Yeah. One thing I'll never understand about Samurott is this like special attack split. It's goofy. It's very goofy. I don't like it. HP for Samurott, because like this HP stat is fine, but like this defense and special defense. This is what's weird. They made a slow Pokemon with that slow speed here that's not bulky. Like I don't know what the idea was when they designed him. Have I seen gameplay for Indigo Disc already? I've gotten into the Indigo Disc DLC. So I started like the first hour or two of it maybe, but we're at the point where we're doing the Elite Four stuff right now, and I realized I kind of want to have a proper party ready, because I saw that we were fighting like trainers that were relatively high leveled, which is rare for a Pokemon game, right? But B, that we're also using like held items and builds. I was shocked. Is there a spoiler rule in place for what you're asking about? The only spoiler rule I have is like, don't spoil like major plot details. Game features I don't care about, but if it's a major plot detail, yeah, maybe don't. Hey, good to see you. You're playing Calamity? Do you mean like Age of Calamity, Kirby? By the way, great to see you, my friend. I need to actually play the Hyrule Warriors Calamity game. I started it, played a little bit of it, and by the way, thank you for asking, Warhaven. I really appreciate that. That's really cool of you to ask. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab this held item, put it away. And we're gonna throw speed onto these two Pokemon here. Speed is what these two need. Dang, this guy's leveling up fast. Okay. Let's see who my speed EV Pokemon is for this game. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna do some research. So, Scarlet, Violet, speed EV training. See what we get. Where to EV train? Maryland has given us some good info. Maryland, I remember from using back in Generation 7 for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I trust them. I'll check what Game8.co has to tell us. But I think Maryland's our better bet. Okay. Seems like everybody's saying Fletchinder. Or Fletchling. Base 2 EV, base 1 EV. Okay, but can we find Jumpluff? Okay. We can try... Okay, so Jumpluff is in Area 0. Thankfully, it's all over the place down there. I don't trust that. Okay. Well, we could try Jumpluff. Supposedly in the southern region. Oh, wait, no, that's... Okay. So, cost the same, except it adds one wasabi. Alright, what's a claw cloth sandwich? You're sad as hell. What's going on? What about DLC 1? All done with DLC 1. I have completed that DLC. If you want to talk about DLC 1, please do so. Okay. Cloth stick, tomato, lettuce, salt, olive oil, wasabi. I think I have some of that. Let me see. If I look at this, let's see what we got. All right. Cloth, tomato, lettuce, salt, olive oil, wasabi. Let's see what we got. So, you're playing Calamity. You fought your boss with your favorite song in all of Calamity. You're overpowered, but you died like... Oh, it died like instantly, so you couldn't get to hear it. Yeah. Were you over leveled, my friend? Yeah, you were overpowered. Yeah. That's the sad part about overdoing the boss is like one of my favorite things in Skyrim when I was playing Skyrim was that I would enchant like a ring. You could do this glitch in Skyrim where you could get like exponential power on enchantments. And so I would like throw like plus like 100,000% onto a pair of gauntlets or a ring to give myself like hundreds of thousands of unarmed damage, and then I would just punch things. It was really funny. To be fair, you wouldn't have heard the whole song's anime. It was like 9 freaking minutes for some reason. Yeah, I would do it. Which song? I'm curious. What's interesting regarding the Ogre Clan? I want to know. Let's see. In the meantime, I'm going to look for my ingredients. Let's see what we got. So I know I have olive oil, right? I do. So I need olive oil. I needed salt. Okay, I got salt. Did I grab cloth meat before? I did. Nice. Okay, cloth meat. And then what else did they want me to put on this thing? Lettuce and tomato. Okay, let me see if I have lettuce and tomato. I feel like I would have picked it up at some point. No tomato? Okay. What about lettuce? No lettuce? Okay, we gotta go grocery shopping again. The Ogre Clan is not a traditional clan. It's a group of people who have band together to find and protect the ogre. To find and protect? Interesting. Huh. Like, because you're referring to... like... the group from... the village that the first DLC takes place in, right? You're stopping somebody to say hi. I'm not feeling so well, so you're gonna go now? Hey, Kirby, hope you have a good one. So I'm not gonna lie. Get well, by the way, Kirby. I'm not gonna lie. I play video games to get away from the reality of having to do things like grocery shopping. TBH. Not thrilled that they're making me do it now, but whatever. I can live with that. Let's take a look. I need to look at my map. Grocery stores in a weird place in this town. The random people who have their name in Ogre Clan. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, there we go. Rough and tough. I think the supermarket is where we need to go. I do like that when I mark it on my map, it points me in the direction of it. Very nice. I'm learning to kind of navigate this game. Like, this part of what I've been trying to learn is how to navigate Scarlet and Violet for actually, like, playing at, like, in a more competitive mindset. I mean, not that I'm doing great right now, but at least I'm figuring my way out around here. Okay. Tomatoes. 20. Yes. A traditional clan, for example, is the Blackthorn clan. Blackthorn clan. What game were they out of? Were they also Scarlet and Violet? Blackthorn clan. Pokemon? Oh, they're the ones from the Dragon City in Johto. Yeah, Claire, this lady who gets all mad at you when you beat her. Dang, now I want to play Heart Gold and Soul Silver again. Yeah, it's been a while. So this is gonna sound crazy. The last time I played Johto was actually on the emulators, or not the emulators, but not the ROMs, the ports of Gold, Silver, and Crystal for the 3DS. I'm not gonna lie, having those games on the Virtual Console for the 3DS was peak. So cool that they did that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe that's what's going on. I'm trying to think here because, like, and it could be a translation thing too, right? Where they made her seem like more whiny in the English translation. But from what I remember, and I could be wrong, from what I remember her just kind of being like narcissistic and crazy. Because she even refuses to give you the gym badge after you beat her. It's like, well, lady, I beat you. I don't know what you're expecting. Like, I don't know. It's weird because, like, I will hand it. I will hand it to them in that, like, exchange, right? That at least I remember interacting with that gym leader, because there's so many gym leaders that, like, you beat, they peace out, and you never see them again. So, I mean, I will hand it to them that I definitely remember fighting Claire. Yeah. That was interesting. In her entire career as a gym leader, you can count on one hand how many times she's lost. Yeah, I think, okay, so here's what I think is jarring about that conversation, right? So, in the Pokemon universe, in the games that we play in Pokemon, generally speaking, people are pretty chill, and they understand, like, hey, if I lost, I lost, and that's kind of the end of it. Okay, I'll do better next time. Like, most people in the Pokemon universe are pretty, like, zen about how they handle defeat. And so, like, when somebody reacts in the way that she does, or as she did to losing, it's more understandable. It's more understandable, right? Like, it's probably more realistic. Like, probably somebody in real life probably would be more like that. But it stands out. It's like, whoa, okay, like, because, like, you got to think about it this way. By the Pokemon universe's definition, or, like, standard, she's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Whoa, I don't think I've seen one of these before, have I? Have I caught one of these yet? If not, I want one. I want it. Looks sick. I don't have a Slitherwing yet. Okay. Request has been doing this for... Yeah, Razor Dratini. Yeah, I mean, and in the context of like those games, right? Like Dratini was kind of a like that was our first pseudo legendary Pokemon, and as of those games, we only had Dratini and Larvitar. So like back in Generation 1, Dratini would have been crap. I just realized I did something stupid. Okay, how do I fix this? So here's what I did. I forgot that catching a Pokemon will make my Pokemon in my party gain EVs. So now that they've gained EVs, I have to find a way to un-EV them. Ugh. Okay, we'll figure it out. No. No. Aurora Beam, no. Okay. Alright, well, we gotta fix this one now. If the Blackfoot clan didn't do this, the Dratini evolution line would have gone extinct. Yeah, I guess that's true. I haven't really gotten into the lore on, like, specific side characters like that, which is funny, because I've been playing Pokemon forever. It might be kind of an interesting rabbit hole to go down. Okay, actually, I'm curious. Is that lore from the manga, the games, or both? Because the manga is like something from Pokemon that I barely explored at all. You got the lore on deck for you? I can tell that. I can definitely tell that. Wait. Things might slide off the table if you try to have pickness on. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me... That's not even what I was trying to do. Boxes. Let me go here. So I'm not worried about Vulpix / Boreal's Pokemon right now. I think that Pokemon's gonna be fine. Because let's see what Slitherwing improves, right? So if I go here, Slitherwing EV gain. Alright. Okay, in the context of Pokemon Scarlet, it gains in the wild, make it good. Really? Okay. Well, so Mimikyu is not the problem. Scarlet, Violet, lower EVs. Okay. Press start, Mochi. Oh no. Okay. I guess I need a Kelpsie Berry. Do I have a Kelpsie Berry? The Sparky nodes, sometimes sold at the auction house. Okay. I just need a Kelpsie Berry. That's not the worst. All three, just different wording in each. Interesting. Yeah, because the game that I remember being really heavy on lore explanations and giving you lore was actually Generation 4, like Diamond and Pearl. I feel like Diamond and Pearl was like the first time that they really put lore front and center. At least from what I remember. Okay. Something tells me that Slitherwing did not... was... Okay, I think I just made the mistake of trusting Gemini. No, we're good. Okay. So, what I was gonna say was that, from what I remember, I believe that Diamond and Pearl were the first time that I really saw a lot of lore actually being shown to the player firsthand and being explained, you know? Here's a big one for you. Yeah, I'm down for hearing it. Because, you know, they explain like a lot of like creation stuff of like the Pokemon creation story and whatnot in those games. Time, space, stuff like that. League champion job is not a rank. Is a job it's not rank. Yes, that I do know. That I do know. Because like that's they really actually kind of get into that in Scarlet and Violet even. Where there's that one dude who's like the normal gym leader that becomes Steel, I think, in the Elite Four, and he's kind of describing it as like, oh, this is my job. Like, you know what I mean? So not surprise me if the champion is the same. Hey, good to see you. Oh, good to see you, Flowery Love Bunny. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah. The reason why I went was because my cat jumped up next to me. Let me get her on her shelf. No, no, no. Oh, stop. Nope. Put that back. Put my Pokeball away. Okay. Let me do this. Okay, sorry if I banged on my mic there. I did not mean to do that. Top champion is another name for league champion. Cool. No, it wasn't Gary. You're having a bad day. Tell you you're amazing. You are amazing. You are amazing. And you're even more amazing for stopping by and hanging out with us today. Let's see. I had to find a place to have a picnic. Let's find... how do I dash? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Back. Okay, there we go. Full speed ahead. There we go. You know, it's fine. I've been playing this game for like several streams now, and I still can't remember how to do like basic actions like dashing on this thing. Not good. Here's the other half of the bit. Yeah. Oh, hey, there's a jump bluff. There's a lot of them actually. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start a picnic here. Wait. They're trying to find every excuse to not let me have a picnic here. Are they sure? Picnic. Okay. Can I climb this wall? Maybe they're at the top of this wall. This would be like an awful specific spot for jump off to be specifically, unless they're like falling down here, you know what I'm saying? You know how many ranks there are in Pokemon trainer profession? That I don't know. Because I know about like trainer classes, but I'm not sure about ranks. Let's see. All right, so in theory, here's my theory, my game theory. If I go up here, I should be able to find jump bluff like up here. Talonflame's not bad. I can go for Talonflame. Okay, so let's start picnic. I feel like this is not too bad of a slope. Probably. Okay. Do I have to like go outside of Area 0, host the picnic, and then come back? I'm increasingly thinking that's what I'm gonna have to do. Let me try. Oh yeah, Map Pet Ref. Yeah, it's not uncommon, especially on this channel. I was like doing the impression. Let's see. 5 main ranks. So let me. I'm assuming like what? Something would be like novice, trainer, gym leader, elite 4, champion. I'm assuming it's something like that. Let's see. All right. Oh my lord. Base rank, ace trainer, elite trainer, champion, master rank. Okay. You see, the problem is I can't fight them because it's gonna raise the EVs that I don't want raised. That's why I'm like kind of putting up with like running into them over and over again. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Now there is no reason why I should not be able to have a picnic here. TBH. At this point, if they're making it. What do you mean there's not enough space? I might have to like leave and come back. Master Trainer is another word for Pokemon Master. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We can try. All right, here's what I think the best call is at this point. I'm starting to get the increasing impression that this area is specifically designed to not allow me to have a picnic. Unless I go to like the very bottom there, maybe like this area here, but I have a feeling the ground there is going to be sloped. Just a hunch. Okay. I would think that in theory this should work. They're probably gonna say it's sloped. Yep, okay. They don't want me to have a picnic here. Alright, I'll have to go out, make the sandwich, come in. Which is fine. I will go here. to Medali. Guess what rank league champion Cynthia has? I would assume that probably she would be either champion or master. Because like when you look at like what Cynthia's doing in Generation 4 and beyond, like Cynthia's kind of doing stuff that's like not just champion stuff, right? She's just a champion? Oh, okay. Let's see. So I think I need to go out of town. The Dali Zappa Passage. Okay. Can I have a picnic here? There we go. Her grandmother is Pokemon Master. I'm trying to remember, do we meet Cynthia's grandmother? I swear we do, I think. It's been a long time since I played the Generation 4 games. Okay. Creative mode. So, we need lettuce, tomato, cloth stick. Yes, we do. Although she was retired from active trainership. Yeah. I remember we don't battle her. Lettuce, tomato. What else do we need? My memory is so bad. Cloth stick, salt, oil, wasabi. Okay. Easy. So, I think salt, oil, and wasabi are condiments, if I'm not mistaken. Salt, olive oil, wasabi. That looks right. I'm gonna make sure. Yes, we got it all. All right. She was master and trainer for over 6 years before retiring. Dang. I see you meowing there, Flowery Love Bunny. Let's start prepping. Okay. So, I'm gonna not screw this up. Hopefully. You know me. I sometimes impress me even myself with the sandwich making minigame. Like, I will say, I'm noticing the 10-minute timer there. Miserable. The other thing I've been thinking about as I've been playing this minigame, this feels like a minigame that was designed for the 3DS. Like, I could see playing this on a DS game. On a controller like what we're using right now, it's a little harder. Like, I could maybe see doing it with a Wii controller, maybe. Okay. Did I screw it up? I think I screwed it up. What did I make? Okay. What would this end up being? Okay, did it work? Ras. Okay, we're good. Okay, so it wasn't the sandwich we needed to make, or that we were trying to make, but it was still the one we needed, so we're all good. Pack up and go. Get me out of here. It's perfectly fine for trainers to have side activities, even career paths. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's actually kind of evident through like what you see in the games, right? Because you see plenty of people who do non-Pokemon stuff or like non-Pokemon professions that still battle you, right? I can see that. Let me see here. What? Ah, crud. My tracking's not getting my... Tracking's not working on my mouth again. Now I'll figure it out. Okay. I think one thing I am gonna have to do at some point soon is I'm gonna have to like... There's a bunch of stuff that's like broken on my model over like the last month. And I definitely need to figure out what's been going on with that. Let me do this while I'm thinking about it. Let's go here. Let's go back and set up motion capture. Yeah. Show mocap. And lip sync. Well, not tracking. Yep. And yep. And none. Okay. I think that's somewhat better. That's better. That's better. Okay, at least my mouth is moving again. There are specializations. Yo, thank you for the vault. Actually,
Warhaven, thank you for the ball.
there we go. Thank you. Yeah. So anyway, hang on. Let me do this one more time. Yeah. There we go. Setup. This has been driving me crazy. Lip sync. Enable not tracking. That's how I'll do it. That's how I'll do it. No hybrid. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll take that. I'm willing to take that. Yeah, it's just like, dang. You know, you don't change anything. And then things just break on you sometimes. There are specializations in the Pokemon trainer profession. Yeah. Okay, that's the class, right? I don't have lip sync setup. So mocap. Always enabled. Hybrid. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. That's working. All right. Thank goodness. Yeah, I was noticing like, hey, hang on, my mouse not moving as I'm doing stuff, and I was like, nah, that's not okay. Doesn't look right. For example, specialization, research, or battling. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, because I feel like the manga kind of gets into stuff like that more, like the more specifics of like lore and stuff. As a side note, I kind of wish that they had expanded on the world that they had set up in like the Detective Pikachu movie a bit. Like, because they were making it out at the time, dang it. When they first made the Detective Pikachu movie, the plan was that they were going to make like a Pokemon version of the MCU. And like, it kind of would have been fun to see like a movie like, or like a series like that where they could have gotten into more details and lore and stuff like that. Kind of like what you're doing right now. Like, because the Pokemon universe does have a lot of interesting lore. It's just that like, it's never really touched upon all that much. In the manga, we find out something unexpected regarding each of the various protagonists. Yeah, I need to like read more of the manga. I've heard that the manga actually does like a really good job of character development and stuff. I've been wanting to watch the Sun and Moon anime because I've heard really good things about the Sun and Moon anime, and I've seen clips of it. It looks really funny, but yeah, I never got around to it. I've just not had time to like watch too much TV recently. Ironic considering I'm streaming, but you know. You gotta pick your, I guess, ways you spend your free time. Can I just jump? Can I have him jump? There we go. I need to find Jump Bluff. And I need to do so relatively quickly. For example, guess how many people are specialized in battle? I'm gonna guess that it's, not like as many as you would think. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna guess, say, 30-ish% maybe? Or is it like a hard number, like it's not that many, or like it's way too many? I don't know. I'm curious. I'm actually kind of curious to hear that. 3? That's not that many at all. What? I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on what the definition of research is too, right? So we got our encounter power up. Now for a minute I thought that was a shiny. Was it down? Side? Up? I'm trying to remember how to check my effects, my meal effects. Switch view. Okay, we got 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes. I do need to... I'm assuming that those 3 people, by the way, are people who are like main characters in the manga. Oh. Okay. One small positive this stream is I've been a lot better about actually actively drinking my water. So a lot of times I'll prep like a ton of soda water. A Ganlon berry, what? Yo, it's been forever since I've seen one of these. Because they weren't even all that common in Generation 7. Let me see this thing. Nuts. Huh. I think they changed the sprite for it. They changed the art for it. No, that just blew my mind. Yeah, because you don't see those often. Even in games where berries are more common. Yeah, I do wish there was a way to actually raise berries in this game. I don't think there's a way to plant them. I always hate it like when the Pokemon games don't give you a way to plant the berries, because like, especially when you start getting to more advanced battling stuff, they're kind of a necessity. Researchers and they don't battle that much at all and spend a lot of time adding detailed information to the Pokedex and terminals. That makes sense. Yeah, basically like, because if I remember correctly, one of the kind of ironies about the Pokedex is that it's basically tracking everything you're doing, but also like it's up to the person using it to like log to it, kind of like Wikipedia. Like basically the Pokedex is in a lot of ways sort of like Wikipedia in your pocket. And so between those two factors, yeah, it would make sense that probably it's a lot more useful in the Pokemon world for people to just be taking on a research role, quote unquote, rather than actually actively battling. At least battling is a profession. All right. So we found Jump Bluff. We're going to go ahead and start torching these things. Oh, I don't think... Hang on, I'm a fool. I just realized that I have not given these two their power items. I had given both power anklets. All right. Let's go ahead and go to change held item. And that's what's kind of crazy. Pokedex has a lot of options for battling support. The issue is that you have to activate the appropriate key presses. Let's see here. I'm gonna go here. And I need to find... Yeah, I guess like in later generations, the Rotom Dex, it's not an automatic function. I was gonna say probably in later generations when they started putting Rotoms and everything, probably that changed somewhat. By the way, just like side note, so you know like how people have been complaining for a while that like nano machines are like now the explanation for everything in the Marvel universe? In some ways, I kind of feel like Rotoms have kind of become like the Pokemon universe's nano machines. You know what I mean? Where like if a piece of technology does X, Y, or Z in the Pokemon universe now, if it's like fully automated or whatever, it's like, oh, well, it's because it's got a Rotom in it. Like, on one hand, it's kind of cute, but like once you see it as the explanation for like several different pieces of technology across the series, like you know, even in people's phones, it's like, I don't know. You're just like brilliantly funny, yeah. Because, like, imagine if your phone was just like a sentient being, you know? Like, the things you look up on your phone, the things you like, the conversations you have with people. Your phone's just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, I'm here for the ride. I don't know. I feel like that'd be a little bit too much. And then, like, at that point, like, if you have like your Pokedex or your phone or whatever, like, does that count as you having a Pokemon? Like, let's say you're a kid, you're like a clumsy kid and you drop your phone. Does that like count as being like cruel to the Pokemon inside the phone? It's just something I've thought about. Ash was never told how to access his bank account or his trainer ID for several regions. That kind of lines up when you look at like a lot of the series. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Yeah, because like the thing that I find interesting about Ash as a protagonist, by the way, is that like when you think about it, he's actually kind of a realistic protagonist to have for a series, right? Because he's not the best at anything he does. He's not like instantly knowledgeable about everything. Like, sure, you could make the case that he should probably grow more, but like the thing is that it's a lot more realistic than having somebody who's like good at everything, right? Over the years, I've kind of learned to appreciate. He's a dumbbell. Don't get me wrong. He is a dumbbell, but like at the same time, I consider him like a more realistic protagonist, for instance, than like Kirito from like Sword Art Online, right? Where like Kirito's just good at everything he does always, even in real life. Whereas like, I think that I think that actually Ash is a more realistic representation as to what you could expect a 10-year-old to do. In the scenarios that he's put in. I've over time I've learned to appreciate that actually Ash is fairly well written. I don't know. It was something I thought about the other day that kind of cracked me up. But yes, I mean he is definitely an dumbbell. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that he's a genius. I'm just saying that like the writing behind him is genius. Especially when you look at like the wider scope of like anime protagonists and like how a lot of them are just a little bit too good at what they do. Wait, who was trying to learn in prison? If Skeledirge was learning in prison in 92, I would have some problems. Ash had to pass the test that required him to know the core type chart and pass with 95% in order to get his trainer license. Oh, they might have skipped over that detail. Yeah, it's funny to me because like I'll play Pokemon Go with people, or like in my local town, right? And Pokemon Go, I think, doesn't really do a good job of teaching you type matchups. Like, it'll encourage different team usages based off of the raid you're fighting or whatever. But from what I remember, it doesn't like give the player all that much of a tutorial as like, oh, here's how you deal with type matchups. And so like there are people that'll meet playing Pokemon Go, like my dad, for instance, who's got like 3 level 40 something accounts, like level 40, like 43 or 44, I think is where all of his accounts are, because he has 3 phones that he plays off of. And like my dad doesn't know the type matchups that late into the game. And I'm not saying that's a problem with like the players. I'm saying that's more of a problem with like, hey, if you have players who are that late into the game, basically doing end game stuff. Like there's a problem with the design in the information that the player is being given. I don't know. This discussion on like the type matchups for trainers and whatnot just kind of got me thinking about that. Imagine working at your job and not knowing you got promoted twice. That's very funny, actually. My last job kind of had a scenario like that. Not involving me, but there was a coworker at my last job who was kind of in that scenario. He was our IT like sysadmin, and well, he didn't even know he was sysadmin. He was just kind of told one day, by the way, you're sysadmin now. I think because the company realized that they needed somebody who was specialized in that sort of thing. Go figure. That's what happened to Ash. Interesting. Yeah, at some point I do want to kind of like watch more of Pokemon anime. I might like kind of look at a watch list and see like, okay, what episodes are filler versus which ones are actually good, but I might just like watch through the whole thing too. Maybe like when I start getting back into the gym again, within the next couple months, I'll start watching those, or like playing them when I'm on the treadmill or something. Give me something to entertain myself with. Ash became an ace trainer after being in the Orange Islands. Interesting. Yeah, so it's funny because like as a kid I always got the Orange Islands mixed up. Oh, you're heading out, Crystalite? Hey, thanks for stopping by, even if it was just for a minute. Hope you have a good one, Chriso. Crystalite. Oh man. So where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So as a kid, back when I was playing Fire Red and Leaf Green, I always used to get the Orange Islands from the anime and the Sevi Islands from Fire Red and Leaf Green mixed up. I just kind of assumed they were the same thing, but they're not. I don't know. Like when they made remakes of the Generation 1 games, it would have been kind of cool if they had just done the Orange Islands. That would be Kanto's branch to the Battle Frontier. He became rank trainer. Yeah, like the thing is that time in the Pokemon universe is kind of like a weird thing too, like in the anime universe. I just remembered this guy has a sprint. Because I'm looking for more. Ah, there's more jump offs. Because like throughout the series they say Ash is 10, like even in the later seasons, right? But like it seems like everybody else around him is aging. Because like, don't they mention that like Misty's like a teenager later on, I think? If I'm not mistaken. Okay. I do need to restock. Skeldurge's fire attacks so that we're doing more damage. Okay. Mist. Don't need Mist. Mist is not a bad move though. I like Mist. I think Boreal used it against us. One of the times we battled him. Okay, speed's coming along nicely. I like that. I'm gonna go to bag. And I'm going to find an ether. Okay, cool. Throw ether onto you. Short song. There we go. Okay. Now we just fight. Every region league lasts 6 months and Ash takes the full amount of time. Okay, so if you're looking at for instance the seasons, I mean he's gone through basically 8 or 9 regions at this point. I don't know what's going on with the Scarlet and Violet anime. And plus like the side series, like because they had there was, after the Johto region, they had like Master Quest, for instance, which was basically like a second Johto region series. Each archipelago lasts about the same amount of time. Yeah, so like, I guess that's where I'm kind of going, is that, so it'll be over, what? Take 9 divided by 2, let's call it 12, because of like the seasons where he's kind of like in the same region, but still doing stuff. This is ballparking, so it's about 6 years ish. I'm really ballparking there. Yeah, I'm no expert on the anime slash manga. I want to be, or like I'd like to get into it at some point. Back when I was in college, I tried getting into it, but life caught up with me. Let's see. 8 regions, 2 archipelagos, thrown a month with the Kingdom of Road Mini tournament. Okay, so 10. Yeah, cause I was thinking like 12, but okay, I guess 10 makes sense. Oh man, I need more water. Yeah, you got me talking normally, more than I normally do, which is saying something because I feel like I talk a fair amount during my streams, but I don't mind this. Don't mind it one bit. All right, get more of this. There we go. There we go. Staying hydrated. Okay. Yeah, y'all didn't even have to remind me with the hydrate for once. Add 2 weeks between each league for travel time. Yeah, that's like one thing that would be kind of interesting to see, because I don't think we've ever gotten a proper version of it. It would be very cool to see what a like world map of the Pokemon universe would look like. Wait, so Moonblast is in this game? What? Maybe those egg moved onto this guy? Because I swear I tried to put Moonblast onto the Ninetales I imported into this game and it didn't take. Weird. Get rid of Tail Whip for it. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. We're making progress. How is he doing, actually? So, if I check summary, he should be pretty close to being maxed on speed. He's getting there. We need one more round of jump bluff. And I think that'll do the trick. How are we doing on the sandwich time? 6 minutes. 6 minutes to find more jump bluff. We get a general idea where each region is relative to each other. Well, my understanding is that the regions like Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are based off of regions of Japan. Actually, I think regions of Japan that have the same names, if I remember right. I think the more interesting question to ask is, okay, what about Unova, which is based off of New York in the US, and Alola, which is obviously based off Hawaii, and Galar, which is based off of Britain. Where are those relative to the first 4 regions? And I guess by extension now, Paldea, which is based off of Spain. Like, are they also kind of positioned similarly to like the distance between like 2 Japanese islands, or are they like further out? Interesting to think about. Like, I don't know, maybe they covered it somewhere in like the big they may be based off physical locations but not, or real world locations but not matching. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see. What I was going to say was I would be very curious to know if in that big like Pokemon lore leak we got, besides all the crazy Typhlosion stuff that everybody was talking about, like I'd be very curious to know if we got any details and lore about stuff like that. Yeah, descriptions are offhand comments generally. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, like it's very rare that anything like that is mentioned by a name. Because like, here's an example. From what I understand, from what we're told in the first DLC, it sounds like Paldea and Unova are not that far from one another, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not, like, if I understood what the characters were saying right. And I mean, to be fair, I was streaming and kind of yapping over what I was watching, but like, or reading. But I feel like I had a pretty good sense for what they were saying. Okay. How are we doing here? I want to see max speed on both these fools. Close. Very, very close. Couple more. For example, Hoenn is to the north to the northwest of Johto. Okay. But like, which is interesting, right? Because if I remember correctly, Hoenn is considered to be particularly hot. But like, if you look at like Japan in the real world, for instance, if you go north in Japan, then you hit like areas like Sapporo, which are colder. So I guess that's a good point. I guess like Sinnoh was more of like, more based off of that area, like of the, like the Hokkaido area. Let's see. Freeze dry. Freeze dry is cool. I don't know if I would replace Ice Beam with it though. I'll replace Powder Snow with it, but I feel like I can find a better move to throw on that Pokemon. What I want is Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot would be sick. That's a very good point too. Is the each of the legendary Pokemon have an effect on weather. That's like what's kind of interesting too, right? Is that I would say in the first 3 regions we had, most of the Pokemon, like most of the legendary Pokemon, what they did was weather, right? Like most of what they had an effect on was weather. You know, this Pokemon causes thunderstorms. This one makes things hot. This one makes things cold. You know, this one makes land and sea. And then like you hit like Generation 4, it's like, oh, okay, well, like this one controls space and time, or this one controls space and this one controls time. Okay. And then like you hit 5 and you hit like Reshiram and Zekrom, right? Where what they represent is like truth and ideals. And it's like, huh? How did we go from, okay, weather to geography to space and time, which, you know, is still kind of part of nature, to like ideological concepts, right? It was a really weird jump. And like Generation 6 didn't Zygarde and Yveltal, or not Zygarde, well, Zygarde is kind of out of the, Xerneas and Yveltal were like more like good and evil. Yeah, parts of the consciousness and psyche. Yeah, we went from like nature to like consciousness slash psyche slash like ideological stuff. Well, Xerneas and Yveltal I think were life and death, actually. I don't think they were good and evil. I think they were life and death, or like maybe they were a mix of the two. I don't remember now. Let's see here. Looking here. We need to train special attack on Boreal. So let's find Scarlet Violet. Special attack EV. Okay. Oh, Girafarig. Okay. Girafarig's easy. I can do Girafarig. Okay. Yeah. Let's do Girafarig. That's easy. Okay. Girafarig we've been seeing all over the place. Xerneas was the starting point of the ecosystem. Yveltal was the ending. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's a little bit more complex than life and death. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's still kind of nature. That one makes a little bit more sense. Okay. Okay. And where are they recommending that I go to find Giraffe Rig, actually? I'm assuming they're going to want me to go... Okay. Outside Porto Marinada. And the Western Paldea in Area 0. Okay, yeah, let's just do the one in Area 0. We've been seeing Giraffe Rigs all over the place in Area 0. We're already in Area 0. I think that's fine. The one thing I might do while we're... The one thing I might do is I might grab one of those churros in Mesagosa. Nope, we're already finding them. I don't care. Okay, so, I'm gonna need to do a couple things here. First off, I need to give Boreal the lens. Zygarde is a cycle of the ecosystem. It's the frame is, or that makes sense with how like, for lack of a better word, stocky Zygarde is. I get it. Yeah, it's been forever since I got into like Pokemon lore like this. I kind of miss it. It's been fun talking about it. Let's see. Yeah, because back when I was in college, I used to watch Loxton and Noggin's videos on it quite a bit, because Loxton had like really good videos on Pokemon stuff. I should see what his channel's been doing recently. I really hope that this is like a situation where he did like in the years that I've not watched his channel, that he's not like gotten himself canceled or something. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, the last time I watched one of his videos, I think was in like 2019, 2020 at the latest. I hope he's doing well and that he hasn't gotten himself in trouble. You gotta head out, your wife's calling. Well, hey, hope you have a good one, Warhaven. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for spawning some interesting conversation. I appreciate it. Hope to see you back. Yeah, we play Pokemon every 2 streams or so. So I think next stream's probably going to be a long drive stream or something else. But the stream after that will definitely be Pokemon. So if you're here for Pokemon, you're welcome back. Let's see. So we got to drop VF Horse here. He's pretty much good to go. This guy's chilling. I think of the Pokemon that we need to EV train, really, Boreal's it. So I'll go ahead and find some Giraffe Rig. Easy. We've got a couple here. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, wish you the best as well. Yeah, no, hope to see you back here. So this should be more than enough to take this guy down. It's not a stab, but it is a dark type move. Super effective against him. Should do the trick. And I don't know. I would be curious to build competitive versions of the starter Pokemon. We can maybe do that at some point. That would actually be a good thing for me to work with at some point. At some point, like we're doing the EV training stuff right now. At some point, I gotta get back into Pokemon breeding and figure out how it works in this game. That's gonna be a whole thing to unpack. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to unpack that one. Because I'm sure there's plenty about it that's different in this game. Stuff that I'm gonna have to like relearn and get used to, etc, etc, etc. On the bright side, Boreal's getting leveled up. We're gonna have a nice little team here for taking on the Indigo Disc, which is really what I wanted. I was kind of at a point where I was like, hey, you know what? We need to have a proper team to actually take this DLC on, and not just like this cobbled together mess that I've been running around with. It was time for us to have a proper team. And I appreciate that Lotto gave us the opportunity to do that. So, the one thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to throw mints on all these things. Which is fine. Let me see here. We need to find more Giraffe Rigs. Modest mint. I think that I want Boreal's Vulpix to be timid. I think. What in the world? Oh, okay. For a minute there, I knew that was a Raichu, but for a minute he looked weird. Like oddly proportioned, but I realized the reason why is because he was running. That's like what's kind of funny about seeing the Pokemon in 3D, is when you see them move around, they look different, I've noticed. Not necessarily bad, just different. Yeah, I remember one of the things that was really fun for me when Generation 6 came out, especially like X and Y, was like just taking Pokemon from my old games and throwing them into Generation 6 to see what they looked like. I had a lot of fun doing that back in that generation. That's like... They put so much effort into Generation 6's models, right? And like fleshing out the entire Pokedex. That's kind of why I kind of refuse to believe that when they made the excuse of, oh, well, we'd have to model and texture like every Pokemon for Sword and Shield, I kind of didn't believe it, because if I remember correctly, somebody said models in Generation 6 were supposed to be future-proof, or at least in Generation 7 they were. I could be wrong, but I seem to remember hearing something about that. Let's see. Ether. And I need to throw it on this dude for this. That's probably enough. And we'll take more if we need it. Okay. So, after this, I think what we'll do is we'll work on HP training Samurott, and then we can sort of start tying this up. And we'll probably throw, for the Pokemon that I don't know what to do with, we'll probably just throw an extra HP EV onto them, just to cap them out, so that the loose HP or the loose EV is being used for something useful. At that point, it's going to be natures and bottle capping. Bottle capping is going to be the expensive part for these, because I don't think many of their EVs are all that great. So we're going to have to do some work on bottle capping. Because that was like one of the things that was weirding me out, was I was like, hey, hang on. Why is Samurott's attack so low? And then I realized it was two things. It was A, that I think his attack IV is not that great, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other thing that we're working with as well is that I think, if I remember right, the Samurott's nature is not ideal either. We can fix those things, but it's things that we'll have to work on nonetheless. So let's go ahead and knock out this giraffe rig here. And then I'll check on where Boreal is sitting in a moment here, because he's going to be getting pretty high up there, I think. Let's see how he's doing. Bom, bom, bom. Oh, yeah, it's not speed we're going for, it's special attack, So he's about halfway there. That seems about right. I probably could have done like one of those churros that I think it was Maryland was talking about, but this will work. I had to look this up. I swear that Maryland ran a YouTube channel for a while. I could be mistaken. Okay. Let's go here. Raichu. Give me Giraffe Rig. You know, it's funny. This is, I think, is the most I've ever even interacted with Giraffe Rig, because in most generations since Generation 2, Giraffe Rig's kind of been like a, not exactly a rare Pokemon, but like a Pokemon that they either A, only gave you one of, or B, like spawned in a post-game area. So it's not like a Pokemon you see all that commonly. So seeing Giraffe Rig this much actually is kind of weird for me. Because I remember, like, as a kid, I thought that it was like something special, because in the Hoenn games, like in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I think you could only get one Giraffe Rig in the Battle Frontier, if I remember right. Which is funny that they would do that, because, like, you know, Giraffe Rig's never been particularly great. And like I don't really feel like it's a particular fan favorite either. Like, it's kind of one of those situations where, yes, every Pokemon has somebody who considers them their favorite, but I don't think that proportion's particularly high for Giraffe Rig. Okay. Another level up, like that. No, don't learn Blizzard. Come on. It'd be crazy. Okay. And grab another. And you know, it's funny because I've not even really jumped into the meta of this game at all. I've not even watched like competition videos, which I probably should, considering that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, I'm kind of like doing before researching all that much. But my reasoning is that I figure that's probably more interesting to watch somebody figure the stuff out for themselves than to just have like them read up on it, you know? That's kind of my logic. I don't know if that logic makes any sense, but like I didn't want to go into this game like knowing absolutely everything. I'm kind of glad I didn't. Like, it's kind of fun to find out along the way. Let's see. Take down another. Okay. Referee down. Ah! Okay. Run. So let's see where the Vulpix is sitting at. Refu, close. Very close. Oh jeez. He was like just chilling back there. Dang it. The Koraidon makes me very clunky. Makes me run into everything. Yeah, run. Okay. And I'm actually gonna pop off of Koraidon so I can navigate my way out of here. And yeah, we'll find more Giraffarigs. Ah, there's one. There we go. Poor sucker is very confused. Dang, this thing's out of Torch Songs already. Hyper Song should be enough, or Hyper Voice. Yeah. These things are not exactly, like, bulky Pokemon. They're kind of frail. I guess, like, especially with the evolution, like the evolved form now, and it kind of makes sense that they... Anyway. Yeah, I'd be very curious to know, like, see here, the evolved form was like Giraffariga or something like that. I'd be very curious to know how it's doing on the competitive front. Because if I remember correctly, the one thing that Giraffariga does have going for it is it has a decent move pool. So if they added on to it, I could see how that could potentially work out for it. Ooh. All right. Another one down. All right. Oh. Braviary, I don't want what you're selling. Okay. Peace out, chump. All right. Now I do need to work my way out of here. Dang it! Okay. You know, it kind of feels like I'm just wading through tall grass. Like, it's better, yes, but it still definitely has a tall grass feel sometimes. Okay. Close, but not quite there yet. In the meantime, I'm picking up berries, which I don't mind. You know, everything has its upside. I bet you that it's gonna be like 2 or 3 more of them, if even. If even. Okay. One more ether. Snarl. Might as well. Okay. Now it's just a matter of finding this dude. These dudes. Ah. Oh boy. I have a cat who's seeking to cause trouble. Okay. No. Okay. She cleared the soundboard, which is good. There's one. Ah! Bruh! Like, I just got punched off a cliff by Giraffariga? You kidding me? If he's still up there, he's gonna get a piece of my mind. Okay. There we go. Foul play. That's what happened to me just now. Alright. You crossed the wrong SenkOtter. There we go. I've received my vengeance. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. Me want. More. Special attack. Max special attack even. Yeah, it's like 2 or 3. Okay. Need to continue my search. My search is completed. Boom. Wrong place, wrong time, buddy. And another attack like so. Y'all ever see like the original design for this Pokemon? Mad creepy. Yeah, I'm glad they like made the... So it used to be, if I remember correctly, that like the first way they designed it was it was basically like two like fronts, like giraffe fronts. Like, I'm glad they... What? What just happened? I don't understand what just happened. Did I win? No. Huh. That was weird. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't reading what the text was saying. I just kind of clicked through it and then all of a sudden the battle was over. I wonder if I accidentally ran, maybe. Okay. Try this again. Throw out one of those. Boom. There we go. Okay. Gone. This is more I was expecting. Yeah, I didn't hear the battle like win chime when we won last time, so I don't know what happened there. I need to find one more, I think. Famous last words, but I genuinely believe it this time. So I'm thinking, depending on how hard it is to get a bottle cap in this game, I might just bottle cap the important stats for these Pokemon, like the very, very important stats for these Pokemon. We'll see. I'm still making a decision on that front. Ah, there's one. Whoa, that was weird. See, that dude was doing like wigging out. Okay. Snarl. Boom. On the bright side, this has definitely been raising these dudes' levels. I think we'll be walking into this ordeal pretty set. You see? More. Now we can give him more. Nice question, how much more he really needs. Okay. Boom. So, I'll look at the move list. I don't think that this Vulpix really needs to learn anything else before leveling up into Ninetales at this point. There are some moves that are exclusive to a Pokemon, like learning them before they evolve, which I think is why my Ninetales, when I transferred over, didn't have that move. I think literally what they did was they axed the egg move status from my Ninetales, but it still is an egg move in this game. I don't like that they're doing that with older Pokemon, if I'm being completely honest. I don't get it. I get there's some moves that are not in Scarlet and Violet, but like, I would think you would just keep the moves that are legal and then like erase the ones that aren't and replace them with something, right? Not just like delete the Pokemon's entire move set, but I don't know. Odd decision to me. So looking here, close. What in the world? Much further do I have to go? All right. I mean, we can. We just need to find out where. Another thing I need to do is I need to use my Pokemon home account to transfer Pokemon into this game and figure out what I need to actually focus on with Pokedex. All in due time. Pokedex and EV Train do not go together too well. Are you back here? What? Interesting area. What do we have here? Ah, we have a giraffe rig. Nasty plot. Yes, I like that. Now, hopefully, Ninetales can learn it in this game. If we can, then we're golden. Okay. Dunzo. All right. Should be good now. I refuse to believe this thing is not at max. There we go. Okay. So, here's the next thing I want to do. If I possibly can, I would like to teach this Vulpix nasty plot. That would be sick. Looking here. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're gonna get rid of freeze dry for it. Yep. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check real quick to make sure that Vulpix doesn't learn anything. Vulpix at a level that we need it to know something at. Okay, the last move we would have learned is Blizzard. We can safely evolve this thing. That's what I needed to know. Okay. Okay. So this thing's pretty much ready to go. I do need to check and or fix its nature, but it's gonna be in good shape actually overall. Let me see here. I need an ice stone. And honestly, I'll probably just carry this one around with me now. It's ready. like there's no other way to put it. It's ready. I'm pretty happy with that actually. Okay. Now for the matter of how do I evolve it? I mean, I know how to evolve it. Where do I find the item to evolve it is what I should say. So those are ingredients. I assume it's these battle items here. E, F, G, H, I. Ah, there we go. Let's do it. I will say the eyes on the shiny Alolan Vulpix look cool. I like it. Boom! Boreal is now a Ninetales. Bronzethorn, Dazzling Gleam. Don't care. All right. Let's see what nature's sitting at. Nature. It looks like it has a neutral nature from the looks of it. I'm trying to see where you can even see that in this game. Oh shoot, this thing doesn't have the snow warning ability. Is that a hidden ability? Huh. Serious. Okay, it has a neutral nature. Do I have a hidden ability capsule? Is that something I have to buy? Okay, so it's not ready. Dang it. I mean, it's fixable. It's fixable. Timid is the one we need. Have we found a timid one before? It seems to me we really haven't. Because I'm not seeing it here. It would be right between Tart Apple and Thunderstone if we did have one. Okay. That's fine. We can figure that one out later. Yeah. So now let's look at EV training the others. Well, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Gonna go boxes. Okay. So there's a couple of options from what I can do here. I think that for Samurott and Sarina, we're going to bulk up their HP. That seems to make the most sense to me. So we can keep these two along for the ride with us, because they're going to need the levels. And then... We'll figure out Emperor's oyster in a minute here. So I'll throw a belt onto these two. I should have one. Let's see. I think it's the power belt that's the HP boosting one. Give it on hold. Taking a walk. Power weight. That was power belt. No, belt is defense. Okay, that makes more sense. Power weight. Okay. And we're gonna throw a power weight onto you. Power weight for you. Perfect. And boom. Okay, so now we need to find a Pokemon that we could train HP off of. So eventually what I'm hoping is that I'm gonna have this more memorized so that I don't have to look up each time I'm doing EV training for something, right? So back to Google. Scarlet, Violet, HP training. I think this is the one where they said Corviknight, if I'm not mistaken. No. Okay. It looks like they want us to do Chansey. Chansey's good. Sandwich yourself. Okay. Or I could get a kebab from... Okay. So it looks like Meryl and Azumarill spawn... This is actually really good to know. This might actually be easier than the other ones we dealt with. Fine by me. Fine by me. Okay. Let's do Scarlet, Violet, berry sandwich. Berry sandwich recipes. Yo! Printed steel. Yeah, good to see you, Lotto. We're actually working on the Pokemon we were working with you, that you found us tonight. We're making good progress. The Vulpix is now evolved into a Ninetales. It has its moveset. Basically, at this point, we're just working on getting it all squared away. So, level 2 recipes. Cucumber, lettuce, pickle, tomato, olive oil. I want something that doesn't involve Herba Mystica, because I have a feeling that's rare. So, okay, pickle, ham, prosciutto, jalapeno, mayonnaise, mustard. I can do that. Okay, that's the one we're going for. The ultra ham sandwich. Pickle, ham, prosciutto, jalapeno. Okay. We go grocery shopping again, as we've done a few times in the stream. They'll be tough, yeah. Well, what I want them for is I want them for getting through Scarlet and Violet, or not Scarlet and Violet, through the Indigo Disc, because I realized, like, as we were fighting trainers in the Indigo Disc, that they had more or less competently put together Pokemon. And I was like, oh, okay, this like cobbled together team that I've been using for the whole game is not going to cut it anymore, which is fine. I actually like that they're doing that. I was just like, oh, okay, this is something I actually have to think about now, which is fine. We can get that taken care of right quick. And they're leveling up pretty nicely too. Okay, so I believe I have ham and prosciutto. I believe that the things that I primarily need... I should actually check my bag and see if the ingredients line up. We may have everything we need. So, let's see. Yeah, probably best to check what I actually have before I start shopping, right? Okay, so they said I need ham. I got that. They said I need prosciutto. I have prosciutto. Pickles? Do I have pickles? I do. Okay, so I have pickles. Jalapenos and mayonnaise and mustard. Okay. Jalapenos I'm near certain I don't have. Yeah. Jalapenos. I don't have mayonnaise either. And I don't have mustard either. Okay. So yeah, there was a fair amount of stuff I'm missing. Jalapenos, mayonnaise, mustard. That's easy. Curries, 2 egg, 4 potato salad, 2 wasabi, 1 salt, no butter. Ooh. Do I have potato salad? If I have that, I'm gonna do that. That's a lot easier than the recipe they just gave me. Let's see. I have a potato tortilla, but I need a potato salad. Let's check. Over by the grocery store, which if I remember correctly is this one. I'm learning my way around. Let's see what we got. Okay. I do need mayonnaise and mustard. Let's buy 10. Alright. And mayonnaise, 10. Oh yeah, you said wasabi. I'll keep those on me. It's not like they're gonna go bad or anything. It looks like potato salad is not here. They have jalapenos. How much wasabi do I have left? Plenty. Okay. Fine. Potato salad is like the noodles you gotta struggle to stack on each other. Yeah. No, I figured as much. When you were adamant about not putting the bun on, I was like, oh, okay, I know what to expect now. Okay, so looking. Let me see what the canned food place has. It's like funny that I'm actually starting to remember my way around this town specifically. But I think the thing is, this town like has all the stuff that you really need. Jalapenos. Even though we're not using them on the recipe you recommended, I'll keep them on me. Do they have potato salad? They do not. Oh, I think I need eggs though. Let me see if I have eggs. If not, I can buy them. Okay. I do have eggs. Perfect. Also have this potato salad, which I'm assuming we can get from like the meat market or something. That's the Pokedex. Map. Let's see what we got. Wasn't at the supermarket. We could try the deli and the bakery maybe. Probably not gonna be the bakery. Deli, I think, is a better bet. Because, like, you know, most delis I've been to have potato salad available. Is Mario Mayhem on YouTube right now? I think so, yeah. He does stream. He does, like, speedruns and stuff. It's been a hot minute since I've seen him around, actually. Huh. Yeah, I need to figure out rating on the YouTube side. Oh, you mean, like, is he on the YouTube chat? No, he's not. Let's see. Looking. I need... Aha! Please tell me you have potato salad, lady. Okay. I have potato tortilla. Ah! Never have I been happier to see potato salad. Boom. Okay. 2 egg, 4 potato salad, 2 wasabi, no bun. Okay, let's try it. I need to step outside of bounds here, but actually I'll fly closer to our desk. No, I'll just camp. It's gonna be fine, folks. Picnic. All right. Let's see what we get. Make a sandwich. So we need creative mode. And it's going to be 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 wasabi. 1 salt. And next. Like, I feel like this would be like a very wet sandwich. Not as bad as the noodle sandwich, but still probably not entirely pleasant to eat, I would think. That potato salad doesn't look all that appetizing, if I'm being completely honest. You missed on the YouTube regulars? Yeah, it's all good. I'm sure Lamb will be back. You know, especially if Mana gets involved, Lamb will be back. Okay. And... oh, good lord. How am I going to fit those eggs on there? 6 of them? Okay. Okay. Stack my noodles. Ah, gotcha. And... dang it. I think I already messed it up. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I kind of slotted in there. I guess we'll see what this does. Even if it's not... even if it's not what we expected. Oh, I'm surprised they don't roll more, you know? I forgot what you said about the bun. Even if it's just carry 1. I got 3 stars. What does it do? Hey, we got it. It worked, even though I screwed it up somehow. Okay. All done. Let's go ahead and fly. Okay. I know what. Oh, okay. I see. I accidentally hit the evaluate button. I was like, okay, yeah, I know about trading. What are you? what's the angle here? Okay. So, go to the HP area, and I think the weight is already on. Is already on the Pokemon that need it. Fastest way over there, I think, is going to be to start from here. From the watchtower. Okay. And then fortunately, I think after this stream, the only thing we'll have to deal with is like putting together movesets. Not gonna be, no, you and me both, my friend. My brain's been fried like all week. I mean, more than usual, you know? Like, I know my brain typically is pretty fried on most of these streams, but like, I was noticing that. I was like, what in the world is going on this week, you know? Very odd. Very, very odd. I guess I could drop down here. See if any of our Pokemon are awaiting us. Any Azumarill? Marill? Brain rot confirmed? Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, Mythcat. The brain rot here is pretty bad. The brain worms are pretty bad too. Yeah, wrong thing gets stuck in my head and I'm just repeating it. Ooh, Swords Dance, I like that. Swords Dance is nice. Okay. I need Azumarill and Marill. You know. Let's move this way. Like, I feel like the coastline of like, or I guess the coastline would be the right word for water in this game always looks so strange. Oh, dang it. I stepped on a guppy. Is that what this thing's called? A Tatsugiri. Okay, I was kind of close. Ah! Okay, let's try this again. I hate these things. They're so small. I keep stepping on them. You wish you could brain recover? Yeah, you and me both, my friend. You and me both. Yo. I need like internet content that like realigns my chakras, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Okay, it looks like I've got a ways to go. Allegedly. Goomy. More goomy. Should be close. I should start seeing them any second now. I hope they're not exclusive to daytime because I would cry. Any second now we're gonna be seeing Meryl and Azumarill and friends. Any second now. Just one more jump. There's Golduck. Also, YouTube is ahead by big margins somehow. Really? Interesting. That's rare. I don't know how that would work because like usually the YouTube chat's behind, you know what I mean? I probably should have waited till we were closer to the site that we would actually be using the effects of the sandwich on before I came over here, I'm realizing. Onkro. Oh, yo, Scalber! What? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, somebody write that down. Yeah, you know, like, there's like brain rot. I need like chakra fix. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, no, he's awesome. I'm gonna give him a shout out right now because if y'all haven't watched one of his streams yet, you gotta. He is just like a really like chill, fun, like nice, like variety streamer. So yeah, I always like to shout him out when I can. There we go. It's not a reference though. Yeah, no, but the use of cow in the name is like great. Is great. Let's see. Need to find where I'm gonna come across like Azumarill and Meryl any second now, right? Surely they're not hiding from me. Surely they're not gonna give me a reason to cry. I spent all that money on the sandwich, you know. I don't know. I'm feeling tears coming up. Did Maryland lie to me? I don't think so. I'm more under the impression that they only show up during the day, which is not great because it means that like we have to wait for the sandwich to mostly run out before they start showing up. Let me see what we're doing with. How's y'all's night going? Going well. We've been working on building some Pokemon that Reaper Lotto here gave to us, and we're making good progress. I'm pretty happy with how things have gone so far. Okay. Let's see. Good spot. Let's try south of Levincia. Because I'm finding here that this area is not working out for us. What are you doing? You've only played one Pokemon game? I'm guessing like what? Red and Blue, Fire Red, Leaf Green? Typically the Kanto games are the ones that people sort of gravitate towards. Move south here. You can try south of Levincia. Diamond! Diamond would be a good one. Yeah, the DS era did have a lot of people playing at that time. That's true. Bop, 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 bop. It was Pokemon Ranger on the DS. That's funny. That's funny. So it's like the only game you played. It's a spin-off. Well, the nice thing is that for the mainline games, it is a decent time to get started with them because, like, if you are interested, for a couple of reasons. First off, these games do a lot more to teach you how to start playing, which is kind of nice. The other thing that's sort of nice is that... Is that Meryl? Ah, there's a Meryl. Okay. The other thing that's nice is that we're about to have Pokemon Champions come out, which is going to be like the battling. Platform, I guess is the word I would use. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Champions, actually. This one looks great. Yeah, I have been enjoying it more than I thought I would. It's a little rough around the edges. It's not quite as polished as a Pokemon game normally is. But, it's pretty good. It's pretty good in spite of its flaws. I've been surprisingly happy with it. Yeah, and like I found myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Like, I mean, I will say yes, the performance issues are definitely there. But I do think that like the talk and discourse around this game when it first came out made it out to be a lot worse than it actually was. Let's see here. Not getting yeah, but battling sounds good. Exactly. What in the world? I think Gary might be doing something. I don't know what she did there. She like froze up my game somehow. I wonder if she took a bunch of screenshots or something. I'll figure that out in a bit. Okay. Well, at least we're on the track to raising the HP EVs of our Pokemon now. These two are wearing their belts, right? Yes. Perfect. All right. And now we're off to the races. Hyper voice will work. And the nice thing too here is that any one of these moves will one-shot the Merrills. So this process is going to go a lot faster with a lot less resources once we are actually actively encountering these dudes. Let's see. Stream synced? Cool. Okay, perfect. That's actually good to hear. Yeah, when you said the Twitch was behind, I was like, that's odd. It usually never is, right? So, yeah, that's a relief. Okay, were they just on the beach? No way. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, actually. What are these dudes? What's the timer currently sitting at? Active meal powers? Yeah. And they should be appearing. Maybe their spawn rate's just low. What IV is Miro giving? HP. Yeah, so we're topping off the Pokemon that... we're topping off the Pokemon that we max out the EVs on. And then the other thing that we're doing is that for Sarina and Samurott, I've decided that HP is ideal. And so I'm throwing HP onto both of them. And so we're kind of knocking out a lot of birds with one stone by doing this one now. And then at that point, honestly, after I'm done with EVs, I can actually focus on like throwing movesets onto these. I need to figure out how to get bottle caps for some of these Pokemon. Timid Mint for Boreal, and then I'm gonna need I don't know if there's a way to get a hidden ability onto a Pokemon, but I definitely am gonna need to do that for Boreals. Dondozo gives +3. Ooh, that's good to know. Where is Dondozo? If there's a good spot to fight Dondozo, I will opt for that option. Oh, pardon my creaky chair. I will say, when I move to my new place, I am definitely getting a new desk chair. I am in big need of one right now. Oh, that's right. He's the big, like, whale-looking thing. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. Okay. How are we doing here? At least we're finding these dudes. Yeah, I think once you get like on a streak of them, they start to appear more often. By the way, you want to say hi before you go to bed? You'll be working still? Yeah, no worries, Cal. I appreciate you stopping by. It's always good seeing you, man. And yeah, wishing you the best. I hope your streams have been going well. From last I saw, it seemed like you were having fun. But you're always kind of having fun. Yes, you as well. Take care, my friend. Let's see. So, progress. We're making, and honestly, unless the Merrills stop appearing like at a decent pace, I might just stick here. Because at least I'm actually finding them now. That was what was driving me crazy earlier, is that they just weren't appearing at all. One of the things I have found interesting is, like, I noticed that they've made, like, Merrill, like, and I think by extension Zoomerl in this game, like, furry? Like, not, like, furry as in, like, the sense, but, like, just, like, the texture on them looks, like, soft. Because, like, I always pictured, like, Merrill kind of more, like, being like a balloon. But I guess it's not. I guess it actually has, like, hair? I don't know. Really weird. Like, I always picture this being, like, more like a rubbery surface. Especially with it being aquatic. There we go. How are we coming along? Level up. Nice. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, that's like one thing that definitely got brainwormed into me really bad. Was like the theme from like Pokemon Snap. Like that for some reason that theme song specifically, like just lives in my head rent-free, plays randomly at like all the time. I always think about that. Ba, 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 ba. Boom, boom, boom. There's something so catchy about that tune. You have Ninjago's fourth season. Free. Never watched any Ninjago. Sounds like for the sake of my sanity, that might be for the best. From what you just told me there. I think for a lot of people, Better Call Saul's was stuck in a lot of people's for a while. There are like songs from the RGG series, like the Yakuza series, that get stuck in my head all the time. Yeah, especially like the original song they had for some of the cutscenes towards the end of 4. You play Flint on Steel forever, stuck in your cabin. Yeah, the Minecraft movies have been brainwarming people really bad. It's been your new Among Us. Yeah. I feel that. I think it's just like the way that they like showed him or like cut and edited him in that trailer. So he's like just basically just randomly saying phrases like that just out of context. I know exactly what you're talking about. There we go. There's 3 of them. Ooh. There we go. Jack Black is a phenomenon that needs to be studied. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. There is like a certain energy. I think it's the energy that he approaches things with, right? Because like for a while he was doing a gaming channel on YouTube, like, you know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, it's a gaming channel being run by a celebrity, like it's not all, there's some limitations as to what you're gonna be getting out of that, right? But he was like doing it with his son. And I will say that there was like a certain charm to that channel, at least like the couple episodes that I watched of it. I think that with Jack Black, there's a lot of like charisma in the way that like he speaks and delivers lines, even if it's not like conventionally good. The way that he does is memorable. Let's see here. I've been telling Amanda that my hope is that the Minecraft movie is a so bad it's good movie. That's what I have my fingers crossed for. I don't want the Minecraft movie to be good. I don't want the Minecraft movie to be bad. I want it to be so bad it's good. And I'm seeing hints. I'm seeing hints that it might be that type of movie, and I'm excited. We're gonna watch it this weekend. Our plan is that we're gonna yeah, well, we might be seeing it Saturday too, because what I want to do, I think, is do like a stream where Amanda and I just kind of talk about our thoughts on it. That's part of the reason why I'm hoping it's so bad it's good, because I want there to be material to talk about. Yeah, but she was saying that if she has time over the weekend, we'll not only watch that movie, but do like a stream the day after where we like talk about it before playing a game or something. I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I feel like that's content. That'd be fun content. Like, I mean, we're gonna be among the million people talking about it, of course, right? But doesn't mean it won't be fun. Get chat, play games with guests for extra exactly. Yeah, we might actually like continue our Terraria playthrough with Boreal, because we've been needing to do that. We'll see. Let's see if I can find more Merrills. We were on a pretty good roll for a bit, and then they stopped appearing again. I mean, I don't mind collecting all the Stardust. It's working out. Example chest? Yeah, that would be good. Could just do like a long drive stream, kind of like what we did the other day. You gotta sleep. Hey, I hope you have a good one. Yeah, wish you the best, Lotto. We're not gonna be here too much longer, so yeah, thanks for sticking around, and no, appreciate you coming by, and thanks again for these Pokemon. I'm glad that I'm finally cracking into them and get them in ship shape for actually using them. Yeah, I think we're gonna time this perfectly, because we're gonna be over with the EV training arc pretty much in a few minutes here, and then that'll just leave move sets for next stream, and maybe getting like the ability capsules and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, we're looking good, looking really good. Let's see here. Just need a couple more. You secretly plan to get some community members their own shiny Pokemons too at some point? That'd be sick. That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, don't overwork yourself, but I'm sure that there are a lot of people who would really appreciate it. Make another team? Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, because I mean, it's kind of one of those things where the more the merrier, right? And the thing is, I think about like the things I have to do in Scarlet and Violet, and there's a long list. Like, I still need to recomplete the Pokedex, cover the gaps that I had from Generation 8, because there's a couple of Pokemon I'm missing from Generation 8. There's still some stuff that I have to do, like for setting up competitive battling. There's a lot. So we're gonna be doing a lot of Pokemon Scarlet for a while, I think, which is good, because honestly, I'm kind of glad to be back with Pokemon, and my hope is that we can segue into playing Champions when Champions comes out. That's the big goal right now, is to be ready for Champions when Champions hits. Which I don't even know if we. I don't even know. You've kept them smallest forms so you can have fun training them. Nice. I appreciate that. I was gonna say. Come on, Brain. Brain can do this. Oh, I didn't train Cloyster. Oops. Whoopsie. Well, that's fine. I'll figure that one out later. I mean, it doesn't hurt for Cloyster to have the boost in The boost in HP. It's not the worst thing for it to have. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but we can figure that out later. Like I said, I do wish there was a way to get berries en masse in this game. Looking for Meryl. I think we only need a couple more famous last words. We gotta show up at the beach at some point. I don't know if sprinting helps. That's the thing, is that like in this game when you sprint, the trade-off that you face is popping and lag. Like it's almost like my grandma used to say, haste makes waste. Definitely rings true in this game with the way the popping is. Oh boy. Okay. More of those like electric bird dudes. Can I get a Meryl? We need Meryl. Well. Huh. Ain't seeing Meryl. And I'm pretty sure that we still have like the food effects up. Like I don't think they run out. Ah, there's one. Boom. I probably need to find a better spot. This is not ideal, if I'm being completely honest. It works, but I think there's better I can find. Okay. Down. And not seeing much else. Check something here. Where are you sitting at? Still close, but not quite. Dang it. Ba, 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 blah, 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 blah. Okay. Is that one? No, that's one of those dolphin things. Dang it. Let's keep looking. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's so weird. Because there's things about like setting up Pokemon competitively in this game that feel easier. There's definitely things that feel harder. This is an example of one of them. Like, it should not be quite this difficult to raise my Pokemon's HP, you know what I'm saying? I think I still have that meal effect active too, which is the weird part. Yeah, it's got like another 5 minutes. I don't know. Oh, you're someplace. Now, the one thing I would be curious to know, and I just haven't tested this yet, is like when this game is saved and closed, if the day and night cycle stays the same or moves while you're away. The reason I'm curious about that is, you know, before there was a case that like for the day and night cycle following the real life day and night cycle, because it was synced up to normal time. It was synced up to a 24-hour time. But in this game, with the days and nights being like, what, 40 minutes, 42, 43 minutes or something like that, it was some weird number. I don't know. I guess I'll pay attention to that. Like, if I really wanted to fact check this, or not fact check it, but verify it, the easy thing to do, honestly, would just be to take a timestamp or like a screenshot of when I closed the game, and then another one of when I open it, and that'll tell me for sure. You know, especially if they're about the same time of day, but on different days. Interesting. There's Meryl. Thank goodness. You know, I always feel bad because, like, I actually really like Meryl. So, like, I always feel bad when I'm attacking a Pokemon I like. Ooh, there we go. All right. How are we doing? Not Nemonas is almost level 96. Like that. Do. Oh, dang it, one more. Fine, one more. Gotta be close. Yeah, I keep seeing the dolphins think they're murals. Keeps disappointing me. Yeah, because like, especially with the spawn encounter up, you'd think they'd be making some difference, but pretty limited. Okay. We'll find one more and call it stream. I'm kind of tempted to call it stream now. I'm starting to become a tired boy. It's been a weird week. I've been like, probably, if I had to guess, probably a diet thing. Like, energy levels in diet, I noticed are way more like they should be. And probably I've been eating a little too much crap, if I'm being completely honest. The floaty always cracks me up. Stop. Okay, thank God. Got away safely. Did not feel like battling a Gyarados. I mean, he's under leveled compared to our Pokemon, so we would have like smoked him, but I still didn't feel like taking the extra time. Especially when we're trying to EV train. Yeah. Ah, there's a Meryl. Boom. Okay. Okay. And throw one of these at him. Boom. You're done. Okay, cool. Beautiful even. Oh, and I'm just gonna grab this one in case. May as well, before it gets away. I feel like Pokemon cries have changed over time too, between generations. Like, you know, it's very easy to point out, oh, like, this Pokemon looks different than this Pokemon. But I've noticed that, like, especially somewhere between the jump of, like, Pokemon Generation 4, like Diamond and Pearl, the Black and White, I noticed that, like, the audio for Pokemon cries started to sound, like, way different. Like, I don't know, maybe it's, like, the tools they're using to make the sound effects or whatever. Just, like, a small thing I noticed. Most people probably barely ever even hear the cries because, you know, I would imagine people are playing with volume off. Let's see here. Snarl. Bye. There we go. Perfect. And he's the level 96. Is that another Meryl there? Yes, it is. I'm just going to grab it. We should be close now. And let me safely move my cat over the soundboard. Perfect. And attack. Oh. Alright. Looking good. Perfect. Okay. So, let's see where we're at. At long last. Alright. Alright, EV training's pretty much done. We need to do a little bit of work on Cloyster at some point. I'm not super worried about that. We'll get it done when we get it done. The big thing for him was attack. Making sure that his attack was up. Next up, what we gotta do is we gotta start transitioning towards sort of wrapping the stream up, you know what I'm saying? I am gonna save again. Alright, cool. And it's on the record that I saved, so I should feel doubly safe that I saved. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do that, that, and that. Nope, that. All right. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by today. I want to thank what's there, Waterhaven for the, or Warhaven for the follow, and also for the fun conversation. I learned some stuff I didn't know about Pokemon lore. I want to thank Reaper again for these Pokemon, and also for hanging out at the tail end of the stream. And yeah, just want to thank you all for stopping by and showing up and hanging out with us for the length of the stream. I wish you all the best. I think what we'll do, let me see who's on, who's doing what. Let's see if there's somebody I know that's on, or somebody that's playing something chill that's on. Okay. Let's do this. Similar or smaller? Let's go for category. Same category. I was like somebody new, if we could possibly do that. That's Shantae. That's not Pokemon. Let's see here, there's somebody doing a Nuzlocke run. Let's see here, that's in Japanese. That doesn't help too much. Okay. This person seems to be pretty chill. They're not blocking. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and raid into a Curse Jesse. I wish you all the best night. Thank you again for showing up. And yeah, brave faces, everyone. Be good to yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Probably, I would say sometime this weekend. Best luck, y'all. Be good to yourselves. Take care.
Hamburger.
Fucking got owned, Team Star. Get fucking owned.